your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the Leo season 2023 astrology info. Be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising. Patreon already has it. Patreon been had it. I'm just kidding. Patreon.com/justjeverything. All my content is over there. Be later, be left behind. But either way, there's big shit going on the Spartan Spirit Squadron. For free shit, check out my content at Instagram at justj_everything, TikTok at justjeverything. And for other dope shit that I do, check out my website, justjeverything.com. DM me to book. Also, you can book on my website as well. So, welcome to the season of the heart, y'all. And we're going to be feeling our feelings. And I broke up my Fear Con shirt because we're all afraid to go there. We're all afraid to return back to the hot, to the heart. This is the season of I will. This is fixed fire, the dead of summer, the hottest part of the year. And it's ruled by the sun. And the sun in astrology is what we know about ourselves to be true. The sun reveals, the sun illuminates. And when he is home, baby, there is definitely going to be some heavy-hitting realizations about yourself, about your relationship to your ego, about your relationship to your passion, your drive, what you're passionate about, what your, yes, the Fear Con shirt. Some of y'all remember, it usually only comes out around Halloween. But I really don't want to pull cards. This is just about the dates and the transits. But I think better when I shuffle. So, on July 22nd, actually, no, Leo season is all about going for the fucking gold. Are you living your life to the fullest? Are you really shooting your shot? Are you like cognizant of the fact that you have this one life in that body that you're in right now? Are you doing the most with it? And it's not everybody, and I know that like there's this like wave of, you know, soft life and you know, not trying to like, I understand a lot of our motivation is capitalism that's been ingrained in us, but I do feel like I push so much about purpose because I feel like regardless of if you think that it's like, you know, healthy or good for you, like my purpose is to lay around and watch TV all day. All right, like cool. You know what I mean? Do whatever school of thought that you subscribe to. If you know, want to unsubscribe from like finding purpose and meaning and stuff, like have at that. Enjoy that. See how that works out. You know, like for science, for shits and gigs at this point, like go for it. You know what I mean? But, you know, or you could, you know, cheat code it and start to tap into the fact that like, if you're gonna be here, like, why not shoot your shot? And it's like, I don't know what my shot is. Because like get the fuck off Instagram. Go be in a woods somewhere. Also like tend to the fact that you're angry about stuff. Tend to the fact, like get to your heart. You know what I mean? You are a spirit having a human experience. And like science backs that up at this point. Like there's all this stuff like saying that, hey, like the CIA released all these fucking documents basically like letting us know that imagining is foreseeing. Shout out to Rio for putting that in some fucking language for me, thank God. But like, we're not just imagining things. Whenever you're like seeing stuff, like there is a timeline where that's real, you know? And it's just like, okay, sit around, eat Cheetos and do nothing and live your soft life and allow yourself to like feel safe in the fact that you don't have to push yourself. You're absolutely right. You don't have to do shit But be you and die. You don't have to do you don't have to do anything. But eventually you will have to die. And there's gonna come a time when that time comes around and it's just like, I feel real fulfilled in the fact that I let myself do nothing and I let myself just like feel good all the time because all I'm seeking out in this life is pleasure. That's imbalanced as fuck. So, but have at it. Have it your way. And keep hanging around those people who keep doing that and see where that gets you as well. Like attracts like. Enjoy that. And I hope I sound self-righteous as I feel. Like, are you know, it's just like either you're authentic and you're proud of yourself and you're here and you've done your shit, or you're deflecting and you haven't. You know what I mean? That, like, either you are on it and, I don't know. Anyway, this is about authenticity. And the definition of will is expressing the future tense, inevitable events. Expressing the future tense and expressing inevitable events. Willpower is defined as control exerted to do something or restrain impulses. And this is the season of I will. And so even in the zodiac, it says, even like, because all this was considered a science. All the buildings in our world are based off astrology. All the important ones are the important ones, like ones to pay attention to. Expressing the future tense. Like how everybody wants to talk about like manifesting nowadays. It's just a new age version of what the fucking Bible said that we could do, which is call things that be not as though they were. You can call things that be not, that aren't here, that aren't in your plane on this, in this realm, in this third dimension. You can call things that aren't in your possession in this third dimension. You can call things that be not as though they were. You can call. Unpack that as you will. So I'm just saying, regardless of if you have a goal or you're letting yourself have a goal or not, at least figure out what the fuck you are and what you're capable of. And what power you have on this plane of existence. At least strive for that. Because in Leo season, I feel like we grow to respect the true source of our power, which comes from following our hearts. And I can guarantee you, it's your trauma that's telling you to sit down and like do nothing. It's not like your true heart's desire to like not do anything in life and to not like figure out what fulfillment is. Like pleasure is your birthright, but a part of pleasure also is fulfillment. They're synonymous. So on July 22nd, Venus retrogrades in Leo. And then I just saw 9 even on the clock, and 9s are endings. So Venus retrogrades and then Leo gets the sun later, like a few hours later. And so this, I feel like this, the key word for this season is heartfelt. Are you operating from a heartfelt place? Can you feel your fucking heart? And when you feel it, do you honor it? Are you honoring what it's trying to tell you? Because in Cancer season, it was just like, hey, your emotions are messengers. Are you listening to them? Because if you listen to them, there's some stuff that it's going to instruct you to do so that you can tap into your willpower, which is what you need. You need will to express the future tense. Like, I don't know why I'm getting frustrated, but I do feel like that could be just something that's coming in Leo season. Leo is very self-righteous. And it's like they have the right to be used, you know, if they are operating by their heart, that means that they are respecting, you know, like I just feel like the pillars of your self-righteousness need to be evaluated. Because if your confidence and your pride are based on these superficial ass pillars, like, do you honor yourself? Do you respect yourself? Do you keep your word? Can you make a plan and stick to it? You know what I mean? There's like, are you out here being respectful? Are you treating people right? Are you doing right by yourself? Are you like enforcing boundaries? Are you like allowing people, other people to respect you? How are you showing up? How are we showing up? No more autopilot. On July 22nd, the next day, Pluto retrograde in Capricorn will be squaring the North Node, which will be in Aries at this point. And that feels like ordeals and challenges. And ordeals and challenges that are really like, hey, what's going on with your mission? What's going on with your purpose? Are you like, who are you? I feel like there could be like interactions or things that come up that really have you questioning who you are. And that makes sense because that same day, that same day, Chiron retrogrades in Aries. Aries is getting all this energy, and this is heavy hitting. Who are you? What are you here to do? Who are you and what are you ready to do about it? You know? And Pluto is Hades. Pluto is the ordeals that we need to go through because they generate transformations. And that's what we're here to do, is like change. We're here to experience the light that generates dark and then the dark that generates light. It's a circle. Yin and yang. And understand that there's that speck of black in the white and the speck of white in the black, because they are all one and the same. Light and dark are the same thing. They're just opposite ends of the spectrum. And I just feel like so much is coming to light. The sun coming home is going to be bringing, I feel like, interesting, there's like some sort of revelations or realizations in science. I feel like in physics and in like how we understand our world, how we understand the universe. That Pluto retrograde and like Capricorn is governments. So there could be lots of secrets, things coming out in regards to the like world news level. Also with it being the North Node is like short and sweet. The quick and dirty of it is like, you know, your purpose, your mission here. And squares are arm wrestling energy. So I do feel like there's something here with like who you are versus these like challenges that are coming up. And then Chiron's like, who are you again? Who you been telling everybody that you are? What's going on? Are you really that person? Are you gonna show up? Because it's like identity wound check-in. You know what I mean? Who are you now? So there's a lot of that to look forward to. On July 28th, then we have Mercury going into Virgo, thank God, and it will just like help us make sense. Our words, our thoughts will be colored with organization and analytical, like common sense. Progress, collectively progress on the micro, progress in the macro will really be made. And I feel like there's all of these like mini aha moments that lead to like a big aha moment, a big like that lead to like your own personal brand of progress. Now, on August 1st, we have the full moon in Aquarius. You know I'll do a separate video of that. But I feel like the full moon is like, hey, the full moon in Aquarius is like, yo, you gotta let go of what you think you know, because it's binding your willpower. It's at like this old, outdated, I say this in, I love that this imagery came to me. You know when your phone gets an update? That's the full moon in Aquarius. It's like, hey, update coming in, new info coming in. Are you going to uninstall the old programming and make room for this new operating system that needs to, like, I hope that like, ping. Yeah, I hope that like gives you some clarity. And now I'll do a separate video, like I said, for the new moon in Aquarius. And then on August 15th, excuse me, Mercury in Virgo, I feel like also is going to help clear out some throat chakra blockages. I feel like there are things to say. You will be saying the things. And this could be a lot. This could even be like kind of combative. Because it's like everybody's inner Beyonce starts to like come out, you know? Well, that'll be fun. Anyway, on August 15th, Neptune retrograde in Pisces will be semi-sextiling the North Node in Aries. There's this interesting series and I feel like that's reality. Like this new reality check, this new kind of like clarity, some kind of like breaking of an illusion. The week of August 15th, I feel like there is some sort of like, it feels like the Seven of Cups, like that confusion, that clarity, the mental fog really like rips away, and you're really able, it's like almost like given opportunities to step into your purpose, especially those of you who are like in art or are doing things like that have some kind of creative flair or spiritual or musical flair. I feel like August 15th, that week, is a good time to be, well, really all of Leo season. I just feel like you need to be shooting your shot. You need to be putting yourself out there. You need to be showing your art or advertising or like switching something up in order to like swish. That same day, Saturn retrograde in Pisces is going to be semi-squaring Chiron retrograde in Aries. And I just feel like there's some sort of like breaking of illusions that are going to help you see how to dream bigger. I see like that billboard, like, nah, bigger. God. Signed, God. Slow down. I feel like the slowdown, this Neptune retrograde and the Saturn retrograde in Pisces, there is this like cosmic slowing down that is really making you take a deeper look at your self-worth, making you take a deeper look at your capabilities, making you take a deeper look at your connection to the God of your understanding. I also feel like for some of y'all, shit's about to get real weird because you've been fighting your spirituality. You've been fighting being led by the divine or led by intuition, or fighting against that internal success mechanism inside you. It's like all you got to do is listen to it. It's very much so going to let you know where you got to go. But we've been taught very much so not to listen to that. And so you have to start familiarizing yourself with the sensation of your spirit on a consistent basis. Even I have to do it. I still have to do it. And I'm like, lifetime in the game. Still have to like check in like that. You know? I feel like for a lot of us, the Saturn retrograde is going to show us that our productivity has been informing our self-worth and our identity for a really long time. And that's me, Jillian. That's me, like, shots fired at myself, really. But that's all of us. Like, capitalism has really got us measuring our self-worth, measuring, like, so much of I can't, like, it just falls under that realm of self-worth. It's just and I feel like it's like we're replacing the productivity part of it with understanding that's like, hey, how are you? Where are you in the, like, on the scale? Where are you on the scale of how, like, purposeful? Do you feel purposeful? Do you feel like fulfilled? Where do you fall on that scale? And how much of your productivity has actually gotten you there? You know, like, or how much of your productivity is contributing to how fulfilled you feel. I feel like this full moon in Aquarius is going to be heavy hitting because it's forcing us to release this old knowing, these old understandings, the old data set, the old even old friendships, stale friendships. You may be starting to see some of the people you kick it with aren't as like-minded as you want. Some of you are starting to meet friends in higher places right after you get these toxic people out of your life. It's just like you trying to, let's say you're trying to be an independent artist and you're trying to like network and hang out with people, but you always got this sloppy bitch that just like won't shut the fuck up, that can't keep it together, that doesn't know how to like turn it on. And when it, you know, like it's time to, can't everybody go with you? And call me mean, let me be the one to say it, but you are the company that you keep. And you got to figure out like what what's the, like, I hate to put it in this term, but like what's the brand vision? You know what I mean? Like what signals are you sending? Because this is Leo season and Leo does care about what, Leo energy absolutely cares about what other people think because it's heartfelt. And in our heart of hearts, we all care about what other people think of us. No matter how tough we look or think that we are, everybody cares. Everybody sincerely would enjoy being liked. Popular is not the same as being liked. So there is something about like, do you want fame or do you want stability? Do you want notoriety? Do you want a legacy? Like, what is it that, I just feel like getting to the heart of your motives is coming up. Then on the 16th of August, we have the new moon in Leo. And I feel like that is, and I'll do a separate video, but that is the new moon where you really, it's time to get heartfelt. It's time to plant seeds of the heart. Plant seeds that, plant seeds of expressing the future tense. I feel like we got to get out of this fucking loop of like manifesting. Express your future tense because it's all right now. So you start, it's like tomorrow's day is like the residue or like the receipts of the shit that you've said today. Does that make sense? Like you start, you know what I mean? Just for science, try it out. Try it out. I'm gonna pull a card. They just like let me shuffle. Nothing flew out. Any messages for Leo season? I'm pulling from Alana Fairchild's Rumi Oracle deck. It's one of my favorites. Ooh. She offers sacred wine, so drink. Pour that precious wine over the frozen cries of skeptics. Ooh. Until their words become warm and their nays become yays. You are being offered a gift that is beyond your current understanding. Trust in what will happen. Trust that you will be cared for. Ooh! And then Victory of Miriam. If you are longing to caress the moon, do not turn away from it. You are an eagle with wings ready to soar. So I push you from the cliff top that you may know yourself. Ooh! I feel like that's what I'm here to do, y'all. Just and some of y'all, nobody, like, people rarely like being pushed off the cliff. And it's like I'm talking about metaphorically. So fuck off, you know? I don't want to push anyone off in a literal cliff, you know, maybe sometimes, but like there's something about, like, I just want to encourage you, should you just like get in that full energy and step, like, there's something about getting to that level where you just understand no matter what the fuck you're going through, the earth will rise to meet your feet. If you jump off the cliff, you will, there is a net, there is, and you know what I mean? The net isn't all, I feel like the net is there for everyone. But you do have to, like, you can't be a plug without an outlet. There is a power source you have to tap into. And that power source, whichever one you choose to tap into, is up to you. But you gotta tap into a power source. So I push you from the cliff top so that you may know yourself. Whatever may be troubling you is not meant to bring you trouble. Allow yourself to be, sorry, these fucking glasses. Allow yourself to become eagle-eyed, beloved wild one. The attitude rather than the circumstances. The attitude rather than the circumstance needs to shift. Then you shall find your resolution. I'm going to read that again because the light was fucking with me. You are an eagle with wings ready to soar. So I push you from the cliff top that you may know yourself. Whatever may be troubling you is not meant to bring you trouble. Allow yourself to become eagle-eyed, beloved wild one. The attitude rather than the circumstance needs to shift. Then you shall find your resolution. Ooh, she came for you. I'm just kidding. She came for us. Damn, the attitude rather than the circumstance needs to shift. Because when you know yourself, I push you off the cliff so that you know yourself. And when you know yourself, that means like you'll start to realize that you can grow fucking wings. That you already have wings inside of you. They're always there. That version of you that's made it, that version of you that has like ascended, that you're already that. So it's just like, if the divine needs to come in and push in some sort of way so that you'll let your wings spread, of course the divine will do that. Because that's love. And with love comes correction. It's like, don't you know yourself? Don't you know what you are? Do you understand? Like, There aren't limits to this spirit. Energy does not die. It takes different form. And you are made of fucking star stuff in a very literal way. Like in a fucking like scientific way. Not like woo woo, oh my God, beloved, I need you to like trust yourself and connect with the 5D. Fuck that. You are on the 3D. Be here now. Master this shit now. Allow yourself to understand you're here so that you can become masterful in the 3D. You'll tend to the 5D when you need to tend to it, but you're here now. So be here. Make the most of this shit. Go for the gold. Let yourself be heartfelt. Let your heart be out on your sleeve. Understand that that's the most badass shit you can do. And so this like simp generation and I can't double text and I can't say how I feel and all of this stuff and like feelings are, you know, weak, all the shit. Everybody has the biggest kick in the dick, proverbial dick coming to them once they realize this shit has always and will always be about love, and it will always be the winner, will always be the one who has the most access to their heart and who has it most open and who just loves and loves and loves no matter fucking what. No matter what your response is, I'm just gonna fucking love you either way. That's where the real magic happens. I love you. We got this.